Hapo fulana wa mominyo. I say yeah. Oh yeah. Hapo kono mauze mominyo. I say no. I feel kinda tipsy. Did somebody put the Quakey put on? As a beat the Hanons. As a beat the Hanons. Sunday is a shame. Sunday is a shame. Sunday is a shame. Since Nina. Sunday is a shame. Since Nina. Kawash is okay. It's okay, listen. Mavutu se sorat. Chita se siso, washa.
12 minutes gone past 8 on a Wednesday morning. Shout out to the whole Smarties and Okahanya. Mr. Keynote. What is the group's name? Mazanga. This one is titled Sunday Session. Good morning, guys.
Sup?
Hey,
Sup?
was ik gloves wochen?
Huh?
Toppie.
Nee.
Uma gloves ai piari.
Buy him, boy.
NBA.
Yeah.
You can't self-sustain. How many gloves are you wearing a day?
Yeah.
I had one pair of gloves yesterday.
Listen, that's something that's not even practical. Think about it, like surgeons, right?
Yeah.
Every case,
You need
every
to wear
time
new
they
pair.
treat,
True.
they have to take them off and
Yeah.
put on new ones. How so?
Because what I would do, like with my barber the other day, I took a pair of gloves to my barber, gave it to him, he shaved me, and yeah, he threw it away.
What?
Because it's most new gloves. He uses it on me alone.
No, I'm saying, why do you need him to wear gloves while doing your
No,
hair?
he can't touch me.
Rather, whatever
No.
Because he's
Touch your
touching your
head,
face
But
on.
his hands are on me.
on your head, not on your
Yeah.
face.
No.
I would rather
hello.
he wear a mask
He
then.
touches my face. Also, he. Can I touch your face?
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you very much.
You know,
That's the point.
Generally,
Right?
I do not really have a problem with the gloves. The only problem is when you're wearing the gloves, you sort of become lax with washing your hands. When you full naked gloves, and so you touch here, touch there, touch here,
Understand.
touch there. I would rather have him wash his hands and then just cut me and wear a face mask instead.
He's not going to be washing his hands because you've not been with him the whole day to see what he's.
Nee, hy moet mos daai tyd was voor hy my begin skeer. We will sing happy birthday twice together. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Morning Mix. You are live on Informanté Radio. A couple of you coming through with the comments already. Maria, somebody is asking you to sing them happy birthday. Gregory Raka Amonde, since it's his birthday.
I would, but I don't want to ruin your future birthdays. I have the worst voice.
David Mukongo, you know David? David is asking, is that Tuva Wolf in studio?
Yes, that's Tova Wolf.
Yeah. Tuva
No,
Wolf.
no.
Go, ow!
No. How did you make it to Rough Riders? We're not going to stop that story.
Oh, yeah, it's true. She was on the Rive Rider. EVE.
Woof, woof, woof.
I was EVE.
You were EVE.
Yeah.
So
I
were
got
you
what
guys
you
like
mean.
singing or rapping?
No, it's
Just
not.
rapping.
No, it wasn't even that type of like group.
Yeah.
It was just, like
Just
in
thug
the
life.
city.
That gangster life.
I was just always the only girl that hung amongst a group of boys.
Uh-huh.
So they gave it a nickname like Rough Riders, like like how they only had EVE on. Yes.
The first lady.
So it's not like we were rapping or whatever. Yes, we consumed a lot of rap, but we didn't rap.
Who was DMX in the group?
So I know. Oh, the numbers, George.
All right, let me read some of the comments before we get into the show for this morning. No hand touching, please, from Nangutu Juanambuli. Mildred Ford saying good morning. Daryl Nicholson, wat sê my bro? Goeiemôre, welcome. Gertrude Moahi, very good morning to you guys. What is the dot? Mekulu. Hey Vela, let's just read that one. They already share a phone there. That's you guys. You already transferred
No,
James
I
Kamama.
just
I
showed
didn't
him.
touch her phone.
That showed.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But
But
you
did
are
we say happy birthday to who's that birthday boy? We didn't even say happy birthday.
Gregory Parker Amonde.
Okay,
Can I sing?
Happy
Nee, nee, nee,
birthday,
nee, never
Gregory.
asseblief nie.
I'll sing happy birthday.
Shines, come sing for the man happy birthday. Shines, apparently you have to send him an invoice
Look, my
or
masculinity is so fragile. I don't sing. for
Happy
guys.
birthday to you. Happy birthday
come,
to
let me
you.
continue reading the comments
Happy
instead.
birthday to Gregory.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you.
Do you know that that song is copywritten? Now we have to pay royalties.
I forsake. Gregory, have a blessed day.
Happy birthday, Greg. Dankie Gau says, Rodney Chiero, my bro, I heard you're back in the country.
Chiero.
Yes, are you still here? You dodged the bullet probably in leaving the States before the outbreak of the corona.
Is it part of the Chiero clan?
Yeah, it's one of the younger
Albert
brothers.
Gute and Bimbo Gute.
Yeah,
Mutu.
yes.
Okanja.
Of course.
Oh, Hungry Line.
Hey.
Liverpool.
Hey, yeah,
No.
prime press. O prime press, Moshwan. Kapindikirwa. Kaveanja saying good morning. Happy birthday to you, Gregory. Shex Tiofe Nanyamba. Morning, guys. Morning crew from Robert Diedich. Nee, as julle nou eers begin comment, dan moet ons maar die geselskap begin hou, want anders sal ek heeltyd net comments lees.
Yeah, somebody.
Seven I George Kambala, ne? Seven I George Kambala. Except from It's Undone.
What's the update on the Fish Rod 6 fry? Hey, like George Kambalas.
Well, judging from what we've seen apparently at prisons, they're not allowing visitors anymore. They're limiting visitors to prison. And I think they're not allowed to bring in food from outside now. So, in light of the coronavirus, obviously. Now, as we've heard, as the streets been talking, since they got into prison, the Fishotsiks have had food provided for them from the family every day.
Yeah, of course.
They've never eaten prison food. Now they have to eat prison food.
Eat prison food or stuff.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I would like to see what is a prison food menu per day.
Hey, yo, gesag me, bra.
Hey, toch, Maria.
I get nervous for you every time you do that.
Don't touch your face, man. You salons come
Just
unstuck.
break the habit.
I will not
No,
put,
no.
but
Anyway, you guys made it as the political appointees.
I saw.
who now?
Oh yeah, ik het ook zo gehoord.
Lazarus.
Jay and Lazarus are
Lazarus
heading to
Jacobs.
State House.
Yeah. Also, Lazarus a gem geëet the whole night yesterday because there's rumor that he's been appointed and he's denying it.
Now what happens to Paragon as hy geappoint word?
Yeah, I mean, Trump still runs his businesses.
He's not supposed to.
it will
That
start
doesn't make
making-
it right away.
For me, if he gets appointed, I think to all start making sense.
What will make sense?
Why he was the way he was on social media lately.
okay.
Like,
Hey, lost my pride.
Yeah, nee, maar pretty valid. Got to a point where I didn't identify.
I'm just going to say, Lazarus, I'm willing to take over your mentorship program and run it in your absence. Just give me one of the cars and the keys to the farm and that's egg and chain now.
Toch, nee?
Yeah. Okay, guys, before we start talking about the coronavirus or COVID-19, there's chaos down in my hometown.
Hongwe.
Hey, okay, the town council, I don't even know what to call it. The elected officials.
The councillors.
Yeah. Mary, you've been following the story. Honestly, I have
No,
a
it's
gag
just,
reflex every time I hear this.
Yeah, Minister of Urban and Rural Development, Peya.
Say the
Mushelenga.
name. And people have
Mushelenga.
same names and same
Mushelenga.
surnames and stuff.
No, I think people should know their ministers.
Yeah,
by now.
people don't.
If I mention
No.
the first name.
People don't.
Okay, Mushelenga,
Yeah.
We don't.
he suspended all the councillors of Okahanja municipality and Rundu
Yes. Those
for
are
various reasons, such as I'm gonna go to the story because I don't want to
misquote.
misquote.
Yeah.
So some of the reasons mentioned is basically mismanagement, lack of accountability, poor governance, and a lack of service delivery. These are the reasons that have been cited for the suspension with immediate effect. He's obviously appointed in the interim. He said at Okahanja, for example, he appointed a certain Alinas Garoweb. He will be heading something, says put in place an interim council governance structure. And part of this, the duties will also be to investigate the allegations against the suspended CEO, Martha Mutilifa. So interesting times ahead. I mean, we know there's been ongoing squabbles there. And I think Peya, the minister, just basically said, I'm paraphrasing, obviously, that, when two elephants fight, the grass, what do they say?
Suffers.
Africa suffers.
Yeah.
So, and that seems to have been the issue at both Rundu and Okahanja. It just seems people are not getting along and they're using their differences, or their differences rather is affecting their performance and service delivery. And the question is now, is it a good call? I know there are people that are on the CEO was also, by the way, the mayor is also part of those suspended. Congo.
Injo.
So there seems to be, there are those that agree with what the minister said, there are those that are on Congo side, there are those on
there has been
Martha's side.
that entire town council hasn't gotten along for maybe the past 15, 20 years, as far back as I can remember.
And I think the last 4 years have been the heaviest. And I was listening to Eagle FM this morning. They had Congo calling in, they were asking him, and he was obviously just defending himself, saying that, and this is where I noticed that I concluded there must
You
be
just
some.
touched your face.
I know, with my thumb. I just concluded that there might be some level of tribalism going on because he said, and I quote, I'm paraphrasing obviously, that, I'm from Okahanja, I'm born and bred, I grew up here. Even if I retire, my goodness, why am I itching?
Yeah. Why are you touching your face?
Anyway, And he said he was born and bred there, and if he retires, that's where he's going to stay. He's never leaving Okahanja, unlike some people, which I think is taking obviously a dig at Martha. And he says,
And commerce.
yeah, and and he said if she was about developing the town, he would support her. So, but he will never support anybody that doesn't want the best for the town, because he's going to be there years after, and his kids and his grandkids will be there. So he does want the development of Okahanja, and unlike some people. So I think sometimes, there's definitely, I think, a level of tribalism going there. It's like DS May. This is
It's my spot.
But two things quickly. Now it makes sense what Nico Kayamo is going on about for this whole week, because he says that there's too much selective morality when it comes to these type of things, because nothing is happening at Tsumeb Town Council, because he feels that Tsumeb Town Council must also be taken to task.
It's chaos.
Yeah, there's also a lot of chaos. And he also mentioned another town council yesterday. I'm not too sure if it's Oshakati or whatever. But
Oshakati, yes. Oshakati, there's also ongoing squabbles right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then the other thing is, I believe the same tribalist allegations has been brewing, I think, at Windhoek municipality.
Yeah, of course.
Because the allegation is that
The
there was
Herero
now a
commando.
Herero CEO, which is Robert Kaimise, and all the councillors are allegedly Vambus, and the Vambus don't like the fact that this Herero came along
It's the CEO.
and he's the CEO and he's changing too many things and they can't eat anymore because, hey, daar word goed gepraat hier so by Windhoek municipality.
But why do we, as Bambus and Heteros, I think we like each other the least. Why?
Why, Mambo?
It's look, to be honest, it's two powerhouses.
two powerhouses.
It's not very easy.
Prideful powerhouse.
Yes, it's not very easy to sort of just rub shoulders and be okay. One always wants to be the dominant force, which although you're in the presence of great. But it's stupid, actually. It holds everybody back in the end.
It does.
Some of the heroes that I've been speaking to, where were they when we were exterminated by the Germans in 1904?
Hey, for sec.
It comes from there. Yeah. Huh? Where were they? We fought against the Germans alone. And the Vambo said, no, we were fighting the Portuguese at Namotoni at the time.
We had our own battles.
Where
Where were you when we were fighting the
Namotoni.
Portuguese?
Nee, makkelijk niet.
Interesting, but we do hope these issues do get sorted
Yes.
out. Of course, we are voting for new councillors at the end of this year. If the coronavirus doesn't cancel elections as well, that is in November.
Guys, please, let's not.
Yeah, hopefully it's not gonna stretch that far, guys.
Yeah.
Saying what you just said now, Maria. Speaking of Corona, guys, I feel like I'm going to a battlefield every morning. I told my wife as I was putting on my clothes, I said, honey, it feels every day before I go out of this house, I feel like I'm going to a war.
Yes.
Because I have to just be so aware of this thing constantly.
Yes.
It's like yesterday,
Name,
as we're getting news updates. Also, for those that are not aware, yesterday the president declared a state of emergency for the coronavirus. But anyway, so there was a press briefing at State House yesterday, and he obviously made this a group assignment because he had the Minister of Finance and Health and others, the trade, everybody kind of giving their little input on their measures that they're taking. It was quite nice to see. But anyway. As the news was coming in, and we'll just get like little tidbits. I promise you, I probably said hectic 20 times. Like, declare state of I'm like, hectic.
I saw you on WhatsApp. Yeah.
They're canceling visas. You can't go out. Hectic. Our high commissioner in France is in hospital with corona. It's just like everything was just. You take a moment back and think, wow, like this is happening. This is actually happening.
The one thing that was funny about the press conference show, of course, notwithstanding all the information that was coming out, it's like how how the president was sitting like You can talk, man, in a classroom. It's like, okay, Minister of... It's you now. What do you have to tell us?
Yeah.
Okay, Minister of what? And then it's like,
Yeah. Group assignment.
Home Affairs is you.
What? I hope everybody did their homework.
But yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Come and clear
But
Chekero Toya was, whenever Chekero speaks, he likes to enunciate.
Yeah, in Nans, it's Mosifan. Is he not from the north
Yeah,
west?
it's the clever people.
Northeast.
Yeah, it's Rutumus.
What are you saying about the other people who are not from there?
I'm just saying Kavangos are very, very clever people.
Now, what are you saying
No, please
about the
imitate
other
him.
tribes?
How does he talk? How does he talk?
You can clearly, at every news conference or when he's the main speaker, the current situation is that what we need to do is that the situation is that Corona check out to
can't
make
say,
sure
man.
that you hear what we are trying to say.
He must read audiobooks.
Yes.
Visa Black, morning y'all. Yellow Lake Fresh, seen Neville build more muscle. Big ups, dog.
Thanks.
Reynold Baggio. Ay, kom weg. Karigoep saying more. Rodney Chero, top of the morning to you, Q. Bless up to y'all. Yeah, top of the morning to you. I love you, Tuba, from David Mukongo.
Thank you.
David.
I don't know.
Hey, David. Hey.
Gert Fricano, good morning. You guys have a nice day. And George Shiripoamba Kambala, Neville, this is the one that you were referring to earlier on. Neville, just be honest, there's no more money to buy gloves. 14 billion, murtu, kaput. Ons ken by jy bly my bro.
Hierdie armanetjies nee. Met gemoer word.
Regine Kathy Mushimba, Maria, J Lake, damn sexy vanoggend. Hey.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
I guess.
we're gonna leave it at that.
Kyk so vir Maria so met 'n style.
Morning guys
Say
from
never, just say
Butiwa
next time.
Kahanja, Don J Mwandi also joining the show. Dankie Kauses. Jy het gesê ek moet nou sê Kauses. Good binne. Hey man. Gedraai. Good morning crew. Goeiemôre julle. Morning crew. Dankie. It's toch not Kauses. Say it Kauses.
Ja.
Yeah, pronounce people's names right, man.
Can they pronounce my name correctly?
Ooh, ja.
Precies. Yes, I try as hard as I can to get your names correctly, guys. You should understand I'm not a speaker of the language. I'm only a speaker of my language. English and Damara is not my mother. Wayne D.M. what? M. Damons, please clarify if you can enter Namibia if you have a work permit. Coming from where? That's the question. Depends, I guess, on where you're coming from. Don J. Mwandi, hola, wash your taps. Shout out to Shines. I checked the video. What video, Shines?
What's your tips, sir?
I don't know what video is talking
Okay, but
Let me just read three. Let me comment. Let's not three more because they are starting to pile up. One of the investors in Project 1 Million has passed away because of stress. Ay, gaan man. Shaks Teofen Anyemba. Who say the name? Say which name? Or who say the name? Aye. And Gregory Paka Monde saying, thank you, Neville, and the crew. I appreciate you guys for sharing and making my birthday special.
me, die mensen niet. Me, I was doing the
You
singing.
must bring cake for us.
Is it part of Spiolo? Okay, like let's go to the press conference from yesterday, right?
Oh yeah.
One of sort of the measures that the president announced was that all operators of public transport will have to start providing their customers
Yes.
with face masks and hand sanitizer. So is this it's interesting because I was thinking, does this apply to maybe only long distance transport, like the basikis, shipigi bus, or what do they call those buses that drive to
Yeah, like
or also
Intercape
taxis?
and
Yeah.
I hope they're not talking about the taxis because obviously they can't afford.
Yeah, like
But
at whose cost?
Yeah,
That's
at
also
whose
the
cost,
other
but
question.
but also there is no hand sanitizer anyway, guys. It's all sold out.
Yeah.
It's all sold out. I trust me, I've checked. I've been to store. Just I even went to little ones, hoping that they, apart from if the alcohol-based one, is all out.
Nee.
Yeah. So there, the question is this taxi guy going to wipe down his taxi with disinfectant every day or by the hour?
Yeah.
And where will they? Unless the Ministry of Transport and Works and Transport is making the provision for it. Like
Yeah.
if you have a registered taxi, come to our office, we'll give you a bottle of disinfectant, which they do at the shops anyway. You know, yes, all the shops, I think they're disinfecting the counters. After every grocery, like after every person that goes past the counter, they disinfect.
Gaan en vat jou germs aan.
Yeah, exactly. So unless I think they're making provisions for taxi drivers, saying come to our office, we'll give you a bottle each, should last you for a week or two.
Now, please bear in mind that the president did not specify whether, like we're talking about taxi drivers as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Bus drivers.
Unless they're doing that, then it should
you.
not include.
I'm just trying to give the listeners some clarity. Don't go now, run and say we said this and that.
And some of the other things is like a gathering. Finally, we have a number on it. It's 50 now.
50.
So we understand. Which is what I said was a good number. I don't know if you guys, because I said South Africa said 100. So with our smaller population, 50, I said 50 would be a good number.
I think 50 is nog baie.
No, I think 50 is good.
Yeah, 50 is a lot of people.
No, I think 50, as long as we keep our distances. You need to remember, like, what does a church gathering usually get? Or even a funeral gathering? It's like, or even a wedding gathering.
It's like 300.
Yeah, 300 plus, in excess 500. Church
like
goes as far as that.
Imagine 50 people if one person is infected in those 50. You could infect like 3 or 4 or 5 people in that group. For me, it's still too large a risk, but we'll see how things develop, of course.
So, I think I'm more curious, what does it mean for entertainment establishments?
Oh, yes. Our RARA reporter did ask that question yesterday.
What did they say?
And the president said, why must you always be told by the government to do something that is right? Why can you not just do it yourself?
Yeah.
Why must we close the bars? You don't want to get sick. So,
but apparently the police and the NGF will be in full force. Obviously, with
Namib Desert.
With this being declared a state of emergency, they do have now authority to go to establishments and close them down. Let's not it's needed, guys. I don't really care for alcohol anyway, so it's like, for me, good. Let's take a break from the drinking. It's fine. But
you clearly don't own a bar.
Yeah, you don't own a bar or make a living
or
with a bar.
consume.
And other consumers, they can be okay. You can buy by the bottle store and
I
can sit
understand,
by
but this is ultimately what I was saying. Like, look, this is going to burn a hole in everybody's pocket. There's no question. Everybody's going to suffer from this. But again, health before wealth. Health before wealth. And I'm not saying this as a privileged person. Trust me, my pockets are also having holes in them. I'm not even certain how I will get by, because I do rely on my creative business.
Side hustle.
My side hustle. And that I'm not getting bookings.
Yeah.
It's just a reality.
Especially,
My side hustle
like,
is dead.
my guy, all of us entertainers are like, there's no side hustle.
Yeah.
The only side hustle now is if you are going to go pray for people in their houses, then
I was asking
you can begin geld, man.
I was asking my clients who postponed on me this week. I said, okay, no, but then net deposit. We can't pay a deposit because we don't know if these events will be taking place in future. So that money is gone.
I for example, I had bookings for just graduations that were coming up now.
Yeah.
Graduations, and people have had to say, can we get our money back? Because we don't even know at this point if that's even going to take. They said in October, but we don't know.
Yeah.
So I had to give all the deposits back.
Nee, Maria, for what?
No, it's just the right thing to do, because somebody's really cancelled. And then
The right thing for who?
For who?
Deposit is non-refundable.
Nee, Maria.
But I get the situation. Really, it's because it's not them that they didn't cancel on me. You understand? The event was cancelled.
Yeah.
So I think
whose fault is that?
So, no, that's what I'm saying. So it's ethically, really, it's not the client that said, "Ek wil nie weer hê nie. Gee my geld terug."
It's okay, ek wat gesê het, ek wil nie weer hê nie.
No,
Me,
yes,
I
but
booked that date for you.
I'm a service provider.
Yeah.
So, and then Weddings, people have, even that was like, you know,
It's cancelled.
It's
You know,
cancelled.
it's interesting we're talking about side hustles because one of the questions that I heard yesterday was there are people who, of course, make money from operating this street vending and huta. Some of them have been stopped, and now they're sitting in a situation where I don't even know how I'm going to pay my rent. I don't know how I'm going to pay expenses this month because that's my source of income.
Wait a minute, Cubase. If you say, praat jy nou van die zalletjies wat vetkoekies
Soos daai zalis, ja.
Hou op, man.
Yeah. At
It's
Wafish,
been stopped.
yeah, it's been
So
stopped.
in
yeah.
some places, it's like
Walfish Bay announced. Walfish Bay announced that all of this, especially in certain areas in front of stadiums, in front of shop complexes and the hawkers,
yeah.
they have to go, and that's really because they sit next to each other. And it's
In those
jam-packed.
areas also,
And
they
I mean,
attract a lot of people.
Yeah, if you sneeze on an apple, for example, you're selling apples. I mean, usually the food is just in the open. If you're selling millies or
Yeah.
or
If I come,
apples or fruits or whatever, and you just sneeze on it.
that means you have to disinfect all that food there.
What's going to happen now to Begrafplas, the Braai area here
Daar by die
in
onder.
Pioneers Park, where there's mass braai every weekend?
No, it has to stop.
So
I don't
they have
even
to
a
stop
single
now also.
single quarter. I'm also pretty sure.
Yeah,
It's gonna close.
like for me, that is the biggest worry because that there's so many people moving up and down there, and there's so much consumables just in the open.
Yeah, it's guys, it's to say it's heavy or intense is an understatement. Like it's really.
So much heavily.
Imagine this is for 30 days, and then we don't even know what's after 30 days. I think that's the unforeseeable future is for me even more concerning because now I know, like I can plan for 30 days. You know what I mean. You make provisions for 30. Okay, this is going to be happening for 30 days. We're on lockdown, or we can't do this, or we can't gather for 30 days. But what if we see in those 30 days the cases increase?
Yes, it starts
And
getting
then it
worse.
starts spreading, and situation gets bad instead of worse, and then a vaccine is still not found. What's going to happen after 30 days? Are we going to extend it to another 30 days? You understand? Then it's 2 months, right? Out.
Yep.
And then after that, another 30. Then it's 3 months out. I think that's the worst thing for me because we say schools are closed till the 14th of April. But what if by the 14th of April,
Ons sit nog met 'n probleem.
or worse, a bigger problem than
Yes.
we are sitting with right now? Are we going to send kids back to school? Most likely not. We're going to keep them home, right?
Yeah.
And so it goes, and so it goes.
So it'd be-
So I think that's concerning. I can deal with 30 days. I can deal with a clear guideline. This is for 30 days. After 30 days, we know for a fact we're gonna find a solution. We're definitely gonna fight this. It's not gonna increase, but we're not seeing cases decreasing, except in China, by the way. But we're seeing like
And it took a while for them.
well, and
to-
also
to
just their
actually-
technology.
Yes, for them to start curbing that number.
Yeah. Yes.
Ish.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
I was reading in South Korea, for example, if you suspect that you have coronavirus, you get into your car, you drive to this place, like it's literally like a drive-through. You go to this place, you stay in your car, they take a sample while you're in your car, and at the end of it, like a few minutes later, you get your results.
You get your results, yeah.
And you go home. You understand? This is what, and if you have it, you go home and self-quarantine. So it's just, that is a system. You don't even get out of your car. You're not going to, because they're obviously not taking risks of people going to the doctors. And this is what's happening. You think you have corona. The first place you want to run is to your doctor's office. Your doctor's office has other patients waiting to see him as well, or her. And then now you created a situation for those people.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do when you think you have it? You're supposed to call the emergency number, right? But most people are not doing that. So, and then does the emergency
But
number...
that information is not out there. People don't even know what the emergency number is.
Yeah, so there's
No,
an
we know what the
emergency
emergency
number.
number
You,
Yeah.
Neville,
So
you, Maria,
the easiest
us in the
one
studio.
is 911.
Yeah.
That will be operated by MTC, but it's connected. Everything, all this, they're all connected to a network. And then for the one that's operated by Telecom, I think it's 0800. I'm gonna get it and we're gonna read it. But those are the numbers that you would. I'm saying 911 because you all watch American movies, so that's the easiest one to remember.
September 11th.
Yeah. So I will give the other number. We will share it with you, but keep those numbers saved on your phone because you don't want to be running out when you suspect you have corona. Don't run to your doctor's practice when you suspect you have corona. That's just silly. Don't run to Lady Pohamba Hospital or Roman Catholic, when you suspect you have corona.
Don't take the virus to other people.
Don't take the virus to other people.
Or at least then if you suspect, then you should definitely be wearing that face mask.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going out into the public and interacting in one way or another.
Yo,
with
come on,
other
was the studio sterilized before you guys entered?
Yeah.
We did not have guests.
We removed our sprinklers, the water system. We put sanitizer in there.
Oh, here's the
And
number. Somebody
disinfectant.
just shared it. 0800 100 100.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the one. That's
I knew it was 0800, but then the last 6 digits were there. Yeah, but there it is. It's not difficult.
0800. All right. Should I read a few more comments?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Gipotelwa. Amepodeni. How do you say that? Amepodeni. Morning. Robert Gidipo, Moro Moro fam. I want to ask the people that traveled with the 2 victims of corona, is there a follow-up on those people? Gertrude Mahi, I am in the country that is having a bit of high cases of corona, but for some reason, I am just not panicking. And I have believed that by end of this month, all this nightmare will be over.
Where is you? Where is
I'm
you?
trying to remember, Gertrude, you're supposed to be in Abu Dhabi, I think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Isn't that Precious?
Yeah. She changed back to her real name, yes.
She was in the AE, what? UAE? What?
Yeah.
What? Sorry,
Yeah.
United Arab
yeah.
Emirates.
Why? In why? Dankie Cow says, guys, what is Alf? Alf Lukau raised a dead person. Kan hy en Bushiri nie vir coronavirus laat weggaan nie? No, that nice stand up for the prophets.
Except they can't gather.
Ja, jong. Frida heeft de Klerk saying Neville June. Ik ken niet waar het je gemaakt is. Je kent zelf. Wilson Kanji, what if Maria is the cure for corona? So what? We split her into 1,000,000 pieces and give everyone a little piece of Maria. Like,
Oh,
I don't
exactly,
know.
come on.
Okay.
Give everyone a piece of Mary. Wow.
Peter Baron van Ginkel, just want to know who is going to pay for our losses. Neville, kom see toe. Right? Hier drank ons nou.
Drink julle.
Everybody's paying for their own loss.
Kom maar die mense wil hê, if they hear about us, about Windhoekers, everybody I was speaking to this week, say, you people from Windhoek, please just stay right there.
You
where
say
you
so?
are. Just people, random people.
Oh,
From
you mean in the
Swakop,
country?
Oshakati,
Oh.
Don't bring your virus here, please. Just-
Don't bring your virus here. So apparently we are the epicenter of the virus now.
But that means we're also the most equipped.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Wait until you guys start getting sick and then we'll tell you don't come to Windhoek.
The only
Then we'll see how
laboratory-
funny it is.
The only NIP laboratory that tests for corona is in Windhoek.
Nakasila Angola morning crew, a new study, apparently corona can survive 3 hours in the air. And corona does not stay in the air, it's
It's not
lands on
airborne.
surfaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay, but
airborne.
I guess you are meaning the same thing. Let's give you the doubt of the benefit. Bradley Kuvisep, Mora Meria, let me rather focus on the current situation of Cone Baby, aka Corona, rather than Maria's outfit vandag.
That's inappropriate.
Bradley ne. Okay, Don J. Mwandi, laugh out loud. The priority video shines. This one was for you. Wash your taps before you wash your hands. So you are putting out videos or what?
No. You asked him which video shines are you talking about on his previous comment.
Yes.
No, you can't.
I know.
say-
So I'm asking about the video because I also don't know what video it is.
I also don't know.
Exactly. Now he just told you it's the.
Now I'm asking you away. I don't want to hear from him. I want to hear from you.
Yes, it's
But
one
he
of
doesn't
the-
have a mic, guys.
It
Can
is the
you?
priority video that he's referring to when he says.
Priority
I
video.
saw your video.
He's talking about the priority
And then
video.
he comes to say it's the priority video. The
Right.
tabs, wash your tabs is just an added point.
Yeah.
Oh, wash your taps is an added point. Guys, I'm just for the listeners that can't hear him. That's what he said.
Nande Matundu, I have alcohol-based sanitizer. Inbox me if you need. How much? Because there's
Gonna
was
be
no
like
put-
a precious.
Yeah.
even even Trasco decided there are no free lunches anymore.
Or transport. They're not even giving transport anymore because of the people in the buses. Too many people.
Yeah. Tenga Care, Austria 5, not more than that. The cases reported there, I'm assuming.
Austria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Waripi Kambanda, I think Jackals is the right guy for Kanja. Jackals. Who's Jackals?
This
It's clear all the councillors wants him as the leading man, despite their political affiliations.
It's not Congo.
It's Congo Sunam Jagalskama.
Yeah, because
Is
he
it-
was most general. He was. I think it's a name that comes from his football heydays.
But isn't Congo the nickname?
Malibane. No, Congo is his name.
It's his name. It's Johannes
Congo is you.
Congo.
Oh, the Congo, but
Ijo.
always it's inverted,
Yeah.
so I just thought it's a nickname.
Yeah, you could be right.
Actually, you could be. Okay, Laval. Now, good morning. Are we also going to suspend WhatsApp groups in so many sports? WhatsApp groups, just asking. Ik kan zien je was voor een lang tijd weg ook. Clifford Sean Orlam. Neville, did you watch Sunday? The Nice president say te veel. Namatal praat vererg corona. Te veel Namatal praat vererg corona. So Nama moet meer Engels praat om om dat te voorkom. Engels. Guys, I know you are writing to Neville and you guys speak Afrikaans with Neville, right? But I do not read Afrikaans. Like I'm actually going to start ignoring all the comments that are in Afrikaans. How about that?
How about that? Yeah.
Afrikaans.
Why should they get a preference? That's
Nee.
what
Ja,
Bamboe comments.
ja, kan me Heroes en Damaras ook hulle se tale skryf.
No,
Hou
laat
op
hulle
man.
skryf.
Nee, hulle
No.
moet Engels skryf.
No.
Dan
Laat
lees
hulle
wie,
skryf.
dan lees
Yeah.
wie die goeie. Sal jy die comments lees?
English.
Jy-
Why are you
ek sal
speaking in
lees.
Afrikaans?
No, lees die Afrikaans
Why are
comments.
you guys
Ek sal
speaking in
lees.
Afrikaans? There's no difference.
Yeah, exactly.
We can speak, just don't write in Afrikaans. Okay, I'm back to you, my brother. Good morning. Okay, I already read that one. Tangeni Very, it's
Hey,
true. If the bars are to be closed, that should come from our common sense as a nation. We mustn't wait the president to caution us on everything as if we don't know how to think.
Yeah.
Bradley Kubisep, seeing that the public gathering number is now 50, I am really considering getting down on one knee sooner than...
For what?
Oh, Jeval Trou.
Oh, by the way, I'm sure the people that got married last year, they just had a moment of thank goodness. Because imagine you have to postpone your wedding if it's in the next 30 days and possibly longer because you don't know the situation.
Imagine if this goes on next year. What happens to the school kids? Are they starting the same grade next year? Or if this
Pura.
goes on for the whole year.
I didn't think about it.
Pura.
Or maybe they're going to start having online classes.
It's like-
They'll probably create systems to do online. I don't think they would hold people back.
Online is not available everywhere here.
No, I'm saying here they might start implementing that for those that can. Like the private, especially I'm talking about the private
The
schools.
private schools, yeah.
The private school probably create systems where they give you homework every day and you can submit them online and whatever. They might do that. I don't necessarily think they'll sit back for a whole year and say, well, let's just...
Yeah, let's just cancel 2020,
Yeah.
guys. Let's just move on to 2021.
My kids can't do online. It's impossible.
Does he? I
They
studied
must be
here.
supervised. My son won't do that stuff by himself.
Tomildo Tangwe Nahole, I will never give the deposit back. I
Thank
will
you.
hold it for future business. My tour transport bookings cancelled. Guys, it's tough.
Stuff.
It is tough.
And hospitality industry, I think, is
Yes.
taking the biggest knocking.
Yes.
Yeah. Albert Scheifer, after 60 years of touching my face, now suddenly I have to learn the habit of touching I have to unlearn, I guess. Never too old to learn. Now, don't worry, it's difficult for all of us.
You guys heard that the Namibian ambassador in France, Albertus Aukomeb, has been diagnosed with
Where were you when we were talking about this morning?
No,
On
I wasn't
air.
here.
No,
We
on
didn't-
No, you
air.
were here. I just said it right now.
No, you guys didn't say it.
I just did.
Did you speak about him?
When we were
Yes.
talking about that,
I just said when I was saying hectic, and then I gave that one of those comments.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Dit sal net heavies. Dit sal net heavies. Ja.
Iets gaan
Ja.
iets aan gaan geraakt.
Guy Pharaoh's days, we have not forgotten them.
Slay Queen extraordinaire. Bradley Kubisep, yeah, we told you guys, join Forex trading. Some of us sit at home and work making our salary, especially with Corona. It's free money because all the affected currencies are just going down. It's crazy. And free money.
Is it the Amushelelo currency?
It's not Amushelelo. Forex is not an Amushelelo thing. It came from Amushelelo, yes, does it, but it's not his thing. Stop it. If we call corruption a hage thing, are you going to be happy? Whoop. Akuna usiku, imagine having paid 25,000 deposit for a wedding decor in early April.
Hello.
Guys, it's hectic. It's intense.
Yeah, yo. Estomik Schmestad, I haven't seen your name among my comments in a bit. Good morning. Stay safe. The struggle is real. 50 is a lot of people. It's not safe. I think when the numbers start rising or people start dying, then you will rethink huge gatherings. I also think so. Like,
50 has baie.
50 is by means, yeah.
But also I think a lot of this situation has forced a lot of people to look at other ways to make money. For example, we received a message on our school WhatsApp group saying that this lady, she was a tour guide. She had all her bookings were cancelled, and she's willing to, for parents that don't have nannies and can't go to daycare because daycares are also closed. She's willing to come watch children basically for a day. Obviously get paid for that.
Yeah.
So
side hustle.
Yeah, you have to start finding other ways in light of this coronavirus how you can sustain yourself.
See where your money is.
For example, I am for example in the process of creating packages for, because we know people will still want to get married, they just can't have their big weddings, so most likely just do it at other magistrate courts or just with a pastor or whatever. I'm creating packages for that because you still want those pictures.
Yeah.
You still want those even without the festivity. So it's not going to be as expensive as a white wedding ceremony, but there's still a need there, So people are still falling pregnant. It's still gonna want the maternity pictures taken. So we have to find ways to kind of get
change
through it.
things. Maria, why are you promoting your photography business? You will start paying advertising costs on the show.
Tuba Wolf's the name. No, just kidding. Let's go.
Okweb Laval saying Kapanas were closed. The Dolam Cemetery is also closed. No one is allowed to die in the next 30 days. Budato, everything is closing down, but the mine's Scorpion is still in full effect. All we hear is just wash your hands and wash your heads. What?
The president say he's suspending funeral unless it's coronavirus.
No, yes, I heard that, but let me clarify. For the president said it, and everybody was like, "What?" When he said we are suspending funerals, what I think he means is they're suspending memorial services.
Yeah.
You can't have, and even the churches have clarified that you can't have memorial services anymore.
Yeah.
But funerals will obviously still be conducted, but even the churches have said that when the funeral service itself is conducted, it will be at the gravesite, not in the church. At the gravesite, people have to keep their distances and they'll try and limit it to like 30 minutes. So it's not going to be a long ceremony. And then people go.
I agree with that.
How's that going to work? But like our black cultures have.
We have to change.
We have to change.
We have to change. Yeah.
We have to change. And we, the young liberal ones, are okay with that. Gaan sê vir oupa op die plaas
Ja, maar
nee.
oupa het nie 'n keuse,
Luister,
daar's nog
oupa,
coronavirus.
jy kan nie vir ouma so begrawe nie, want die en die en die. Oupa sal by jou sê, man,
Wat jy ook kan doen.
jy en jou corona kan loop.
And maybe it's that
Sauce.
balance. As much as we're losing money, we also have a chance to save money, like weddings and funerals. Just think about the big ways, the extravagant ways in which we like to spend. There's festivities. I even heard like the hero of the red flag thing has been called off.
Of course.
So think of also the ways that you're also going to be saving money in light of coronavirus,
But
not just the ways.
taking money out of other people's mouths like you and me who provide these services. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying, no, I've tried. They say this has to be some balance.
Yeah.
So you save here, you lose and save.
You win some, you lose some. I've got so many comments, guys.
Mr. Ek moet cheap. I have a 9:15 meeting outside. So,
Kry julle
it's
se
been
BM
good.
Kan jou meeting nie wag nie.
Nee, my meeting kan nie wag.
En is sowieso nie 9:15
Ja,
nie.
nee.
You have
ek
not
sê,
been released.
Maar you
because
just said
it's
outside.
a 10-minute drive. No, I have to be in the city center.
You said outside.
I said outside. Yeah, outside the office. That's what I'm saying.
And city
Does
center
HR
is closed. What are you going to go do there?
No.
Does
it's
HR know?
NSA, yeah. HR knows.
Okay, ek
Okay.
kan nie.
That is
So
a
I-
lie. I'm going to check with
Ek wil nie
Natasha when
pomp
I'm
nie.
done here.
Yeah, pomp. Pomp so yeah.
So what are your final words for the day?
My final words is Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a war. Sharp.
Yes, Neville, you know what happened to the boy who cried wolf? Hmm? You guys must keep civil war. Civil war is here. The enemy is corona.
Yeah, you young people.
You are it's you old ones who kept crying. Civil war.
Niemand kan jou hoor.
Hulle kan nie hoor. Waar is julle se Itula nou in this time of...
He is curing corona patients at this practice.
Itula is silent. He's not telling us where is the next state of emergency.
Itula is not your leader. You did not vote for him. Why do you want him to be the one who's telling you things?
Who said that Itula must be the one?
The leader that we vote that was voted in. The leader that was voted in. That's the one we're listening to. Is anybody listening to what Venani has to say right now? Or Swart Boy?
No, why is Venani not talking?
Venani is not president.
Huh?
President
No.
is Venani can say Venani can call a state of emergency now and we'll all look at him and say, I'm segway. But we can't do that with
Itula
Mr. President.
was president in his own right.
Aye. Neville, you know what? Just go. Ganet go. Chip. Chip away. Hinda. Kijk kama die RMP.
Itula. Yeah.
No, Itula is both arms. Alright, guys. Maria, do you still want to chat on Munoz Makan?
A lot of people seem to be saying that apparently Google Classrooms can work if you have.
Yeah, if you have access
Yes,
to.
that's what I'm saying. I think the private schools
Yeah.
might. I don't know. Obviously, the state school doesn't have. Even if you can access, if you go to rural areas, there's some people that just
Yeah.
don't have those facilities.
Because some of this, like people are being quarantined at home. Some of them at home, there's not even cell phone network, cell phone reception, let alone Wi-Fi connectivity.
And it's unfortunate because in those rural areas, it's also where they have the largest classrooms.
Yeah.
So they can't even, like, it's okay if you have like a classroom of 15 students and you're able to like kind of spread them if you need to educate them, but how are you going to manage with 40 plus a classroom of learners? Yeah, so
Yeah, it's a difficult situation. Another thing, of course, that is becoming glaringly obvious. It's not a very smart idea to be importing everything. Like, for instance, something as simple as those face masks. Now we are sitting in a situation. I was listening this morning. European countries are not allowed to export face masks to non-EU countries anymore without explicit authorization, because obviously there is a need there as well.
Yes.
So now imagine those of us that are importing these things from some of these countries. That means no muchalama ana suppliers who can. Every supplier you go to is telling you, "Hey, we are out."
Yeah.
So maybe we must start looking at beefing up our manufacturing. This small huta. I bet like even toilet paper in Namibia comes out from outside the
yeah,
country.
of course it does. It does.
It is silly.
Anyway, there's somebody who says Cubase. Now, what about our Herero funerals that last for the whole week and the whole day? This is from Katrina Mutirwa. Just to clarify, the Paramount Chief. What's his name?
Rukoro.
Rukoro. We did a story. We interviewed him, and he said, for example, funerals. They've cancelled a lot of their activities, of course, like the Red Flag and all those annual events have all been cancelled. But apart from that, even where funerals are concerned, I think he spoke about a water spraying something
System.
Do you guys spray water at funerals?
Yeah.
He
there
asked
is a
for,
thing where.
for example, a practice like that to be
Yeah.
done away with, to obviously cut the time period of those funerals.
Of the funerals, yeah.
So yes, this is also affecting a lot of our cultural and traditional practices. So they have
that's what I
to
was
change.
asking.
They have to change.
Obviously, nobody has a choice right now.
Yeah.
We all have to
It's
adapt,
survival.
but
It's survival, right.
it's not necessarily going to be easy. Mount Smooth Alma,
Yeah.
Smooth Alma. We must just band together.
Like, sorry to be dramatic, but it literally is a life or death situation right now.
Yeah.
So,
And
literally.
you can. I know some people are stubbornly trying to stick to their guns, right? But yes, you might not necessarily get sick yourself, but you create the situation where the disease is able to spread, and to spread even to other areas where it has not been.
Yes, let's be very clear. And this is why people need to understand. I'm a 34-year-old person, right?
Yeah.
I'm a 34-year-old woman. I don't have health issues. For the most part, I'm a very healthy person. Been taking care of myself for the past 34 years. Eat well. So I know I'm not worried about catching coronavirus for myself because the chances of survival are extremely high. My concern with catching coronavirus is that I'll infect others that don't have as strong of immune system as I do, or people that have other issues, So always think about it. It's not about, I can beat it. It's what about the people you will potentially spread it to?
You're going to infect other people who might not be able to beat it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's what it's all about.
All right, guys, we are clearly all of us are going to have to come together just to try and control.
Well, not literally together, but
Oh, yeah. Come.
Metaphorically.
We have to come 1 meter apart together. Social distancing. And we're going to keep preaching that you need to wash your hands. You need to wash your hands regularly, or at least disinfect them regularly. I know the sanitizers are out of...
alcohol-based sanitizers.
Out of stock, yeah. I wonder how just alcohol works in that regard.
When they say alcohol, I don't think they mean the alcohol like your whiskeys. Is that what they're talking about? I know I saw somebody that bought wet wipes, baby wipes, and they threw in alcohol.
Yeah, it's like it's the same thing. It's the same.
I think it kills germs because that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, the alcohol does. It's like 100% alcohol is basically spirits, like
but is that
methylated spirits.
Alcohol?
Methylated spirits.
Oh, methylated.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, you mean that?
Yeah.
Yes, not the drinking one.
Yeah. So I guess maybe you could use some of those stuff as well to
But they're all
disinfect
out.
your hands.
Dettol, methylated spirits, all that stuff is out.
Oh, I'm lucky. I have I think 2 bottles of spirits at home, for when I cut the boys' hair, so we can use that for now.
Yeah.
But in any case, just stay safe and try to avoid touching your face. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see in the studio how many times we touch our faces here, but we will still keep trying to reiterate that.
Yeah. That's the only way you can get it, by the way. Just through your face, your eyes, your nose, your mouth.
Yeah.
So this is the area. Try to protect that area more than anything.
Or you wear one of those fencing masks. It's like that whole thing that
Use
covers
that.
the way.
You wear the fencing mask, but your eyes are still exposed.
Yeah, man. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the Wednesday.
Enjoy.
We are back tomorrow morning.
Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe. Hannes Kaufman joins you in a couple of minutes, and also Darkas will be on air a bit later on. I'm sorry if I didn't get to read your comment. We're going to try, as always, to get to all of them each and every day. But if you miss out on one day, chicken, that's my
We
next
have
one.
tomorrow to try again.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
All right, ciao. We're out of here.
We're out.
Music.